The Easy Money Show with Cam Fats. It's powered by EpicConversions.com and the Insiders Club. Welcome to another episode. Here's something else I've been thinking about lately this week. Is the internet a positive or a negative thing, you guys? I mean, I work full-time on the internet, and I know some of you guys probably do too. And, you know, the internet came around in 1990. That's when it first kind of like hit the scene, right? Now, in 1990, I was a freshman in high school. So I still very clearly remember a world without the internet. And I just been kind of wondering lately if the internet is a positive or a negative thing. What would I be doing if there was no internet? What would the world be like? Here's 25 ways the internet has changed the world. And you guys will have to decide for yourself if you think it's better or worse. Okay? We don't have downtime anymore, right? In the bathroom, on the metro, we're connected everywhere, right? 24, we diagnose ourselves. Although this has increased our health awareness, it seems to have also increased the prevalence of hypochondria. Do any of you guys experience hypochondria? I know I'm a lot more health conscious or aware of any kind of ailments I have now than I was back in the late 90s. Phone books, floppy disks, CDs. Who uses these things anymore? Nobody. Nobody uses these things anymore. We don't use CDs anymore. They're obsolete, aren't they? Floppy disks, phone books. When was the last time anybody opened up a phone book? Even the watch industry has had to adjust, right? Now watches do everything, don't they? Now watches are like little mini computers. Not so back in the 90s. China has camps for internet addicts. China has camps for internet addicts. That's actually not too crazy. A lot of researchers are considering adding internet addiction to the list of mental disorders. There is actually high-speed internet access all the way up Mount Everest. These days, webcams are pretty ubiquitous. The first one was actually created to monitor a coffee pot at the University of Cambridge. We multitask more. The downside of all these open tabs, our productivity and efficiency actually decrease. Imagine that. We multitask more and our productivity and efficiency actually decrease. Don't forget our attention spans. 50% of internet users quit waiting for a video to load after 10 seconds. I don't know that I can even wait 10 seconds for a video to load. Sometimes if I'm waiting on a video to load and it takes more than 3 or 4 seconds, I'm already opening a new tab to check something else while that video's loading. How many of you guys feel me on that one? It's interesting. Waiting for videos to load isn't our only issue. The average shot length of an English language film has decreased from 12 seconds in 1930 to only about 2 seconds in 2015. That's the shot length, guys, on a scene, right? A shot on a scene of a movie. The Postal Service is something that our grandparents used. Today, we send emails. Actually, we send about 204 million of them every minute. 204 million emails a minute. Most of China's internet users are on mobile phones, not PCs. In 1993, there were only 623 websites on the internet. Not anymore. Today, more than 100,000 domains are registered every single day. In 1993, there were only 623 websites on the internet. Today, there's more than 100,000 domain names registered every single day. That's amazing. Remember internet addiction? Apparently 6% of the world's population has it. Before the internet, LOL meant lots of love. Privacy is dying. We probably don't need too much explaining here. Remember encyclopedias? The ones that came in big sets and had one volume per letter? Well, Wikipedia took care of that. Speaking of Wikipedia, public opinion has drastically shifted. 10 years ago, it was the website that your teachers warned you about. It's not reliable. These days, people understand the dangers, but they usually just check the sources. Only 5% of the world's 7,700 languages have made it to the internet. Some people believe that this might lead to significantly more linguistic extinction. We already mentioned phone books, but these days we don't even memorize telephone numbers. That's true. That's absolutely true. I don't memorize very many telephone numbers at all. How about you guys? I got people's names in my phone and boom, I just hit the dial and go, right? I don't memorize telephone numbers. And that's crazy, because when I was in high school, I had a set of telephone numbers memorized. My parents' number, my home number, I had it memorized. My grandparents' number, my buddy's number. I had a few numbers just memorized. I didn't have to look them up. We don't even memorize telephone numbers anymore. Music stores, banks, photo stores, retailers, etc. have all either moved online or gone out of business. It's true. I went to Best Buy a few weeks back because I had to get something for my computer, and I went and I looked at the music section, and it was like there was like a half an aisle, you guys, for music CDs. A half an aisle dedicated to music CDs. Now, I remember just like maybe it was 2009. Of course, I guess 2009 was a little while ago. I was still working at my last job at the hospital I worked at, and I remember once that one time I worked all night, and I got off work in the morning, and I was excited because a band I really liked was putting out a new CD, and I just drove from work all the way to the parking lot at Best Buy, and I waited till they opened. I got some breakfast. I just sat in the parking lot, ate my breakfast, and waited on them to open. I had worked all night. And they opened at 9, went in there and bought that CD. And at that time, the whole back half of that store was aisles of CDs. That must have been what, like 2008, 2009, something like that. And now flash forward, here we are to 2017, and CDs have like a half of an aisle back there. It's amazing. 2010, Finland became the first country to declare internet access as a legal right. That seems unnecessary to me. Well, what's the point of that? In spite of this, only 37.9% of people in the world have access to the internet. At least one person a year, the number of people with regular internet access is significantly lower. In spite of this, only 37.9% of people in the world have access to internet at least once per year. The number of people with regular internet access is significantly lower. I want to go back to number 2 here. In 2010, Finland became the first country to declare internet access as a legal right. Why would internet access be a legal right? Why would it be someone's right to have internet access? That's kind of scary. I think that's a little scary. Sign of the times, folks. Sign of the times. There's 25 ways the internet has changed. 25 ways the internet has changed. Let me just close some of these tabs real quick. I'm getting confused. Too much multitasking. That came from list25.com. 25 ways the internet has changed the world for better or worse. You guys want to check it out? Go check it out. List25.com.
Kiss the good life, good. Kiss the good